Hey Massage Business Support Network, Alicia, for our final of our day 10, that's gone for a bit longer than 10 days, of our Facebook Lives. And really what I've been unpacking with you guys is how to do Facebook Lives in terms of some of the tools that you can utilize. What do you actually say on them, how to kind of present yourself, how to present your information, and really going over, every kind of thing that I can think of, every element, every facet to how to actually get you guys to do more of these Facebook Lives. And I know that a bunch of you guys have been rocking out and showing me, which is amazing, tagging me and letting me know over this time that you've actually done your first Facebook Live. And it's been awesome. I'm super proud of you, and thank you so much to those who have. What I wanted to talk about today is planning when you're going to do your first Facebook Live if you haven't yet. So if you've been looking, going, okay, yep, I know I need to do this. I know this is my thing. I know this is my next step. But I haven't done it yet. So now is when we plan. When are you going to do your first Facebook Live? And I've got my phone here, so I want to do it on the computer, just to literally show you, quite honestly, you can't actually see it, but basically, you get the Facebook Pages app, you open it up to post, and there's a little button that basically is the live, and then you go live on your phone. Oops, cancel something isn't working. And that's basically all it looks like. So it's super easy. Interesting thing is your phone doesn't weigh 500 kilos. Who knew? And basically, you're just going to get out and start talking, because it's a way that you can get yourself out there, that you can get people to know you, people to understand you, people to be able to get what you do, and be able to connect your message with more people so that people can get what you do before they even come in. And that's really the whole purpose to Facebook Lives. It's not that hard. You can simply, as I've said, you just get a Post-it note and you put it behind your camera, so you know exactly how to what to talk about, and you can keep the information there, so you can kind of be looking at your phone. But like if I was to put it here, for example, if I was reading off my Post-it note, it's right near the camera, and it doesn't really look like I'm actually looking that far away from it. It kind of looks like I'm looking at you. So there you go. That's my massive hot tips, is to put that there. Put the name of your favorite client, because you might remember that by talking to them, you'll keep on track, knowing what you want to talk about. But what I really want to say in this is who here has actually set the time aside to do their Facebook Live. Because the first time you do it, it's a little bit daunting, a little bit scary. The second time you do it, it's nowhere near scary. And the time after that, you don't have to think about it. But the challenge is that you do not get to the breakthrough until you've actually taken the action, because action precedes clarity. I don't know how many people I've got to do 30 Facebook Lives as part of our 30-day challenge when we're working with our clients in our 12-month program. It's a big part of what we get them to do, particularly at the start, because by the end of 30 days, you are super clear on your message, you're super clear on what you say, and it's really easy for you to be able to articulate that, and you know that you know your stuff because you've shown up in your business for 30 days. And the reason that we get people to do that is because when you have that breakthrough, you don't go back from that. You don't have a breakthrough and then kind of come back down. Facebook Lives are a way of you being able to put yourself out there and actually share your message with the right people. And it's simply something that you actually have the tool in your hand. Your phone is literally in your back pocket almost all of the time. And if you can't do it out, if you don't have data on your phone, which most people would, but if you don't, do it where you've got Wi-Fi at home or at a public place where there's free Wi-Fi, and just get your message out to more people. Couple of stories. The first time I ever did a Facebook Live was in my backyard. Some of you guys might have heard this story. And I'm talking away, blah, 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 having a conversation, chatting. All of a sudden, my dog, who's in the background, Peanut, decided to take a poo. Yep, that's what happened in my very first Facebook Live. I had done a number of other videos, but my first Facebook Live, Peanut, the wonder dog, decided to drop one behind me. And I simply just turned around and kept going. It could have went it would have been hilarious, but that was just something that that was just one of those things that happened. Oh, hey guys, great to see you all on here. Thank you. Yes, Peanut the Wonder Dog, thank you so much for that. Another beautiful therapist that we work with that did this challenge, the 30-day Facebook challenge, was, she did the 30-day Facebook Live, and everyone said to her, how did you get the confidence to do 30 days? She said, well, I didn't. I didn't have the confidence to do the 30 days. I had the confidence to do the first day, maybe, and then the second day was like, I knew I just had to do it. And it wasn't until day 10 that I actually had the confidence. But without doing the work, without doing the first, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, she would never have got the confidence to keep going. Now she's an absolutely incredible Instagram queen, and she is doing lives all the time, does videos, and it's not even, doesn't even bother her. She's just really excited to deliver content, and she's now created her own online training portal, which is super cool. Go Lisa, woohoo! You know, I remember talking to another person who, again, Post-it notes. I'm a massive fan of Post-it notes. She put all her Post-it notes up on the wall and had her phone in front of the wall and was talking away, and her Post-it notes fell off on about day 5, day 6. And so she's standing there, and all of a sudden she's got nothing to say because all of her notes have fallen off, and she just had a moment where she went, you know what, I've got this. And she talked and never needed to Post-it notes again. But what I'm saying to you guys is, number one, the very hardest Facebook Live you ever do is your first one. And once you've done that, you can move on and get easier and easier and easier as we go. It's not something that you may not necessarily come out and just be like, you know, blah, 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 like what I do. But what you're seeing is the end result. You're seeing somebody who's done 300 or 400 videos. So this, for me, is easy. But there are other areas in my life that there's a challenge. And I love to actually challenge myself. It's one of the things that I think that it separates great business leaders from exceptional business leaders, is that we're willing to get outside our comfort zone, because that's where we grow. Like, the more we get outside of our comfort zone, the more consistently we get outside our comfort zone, the easier that it becomes. And it's like being comfortably uncomfortable. And when you get that, we get that momentum happening. Thanks, guys. I love it. Thanks for sending the love through. When you get that momentum happening, growth happens incredibly, and you're able to grow more as a person. And the bigger the zone, the bigger the person. And when you grow who you are, the more impact that you get to have on other people. And that's one of the things that I love around the power of Facebook Lives, is that literally what you've got sitting in your back pocket is the opportunity to be able to speak to people, connect with them, and share who you are with the world. And the great thing, like I've said many, many times over in these lives, is that the thing with marketing is that it qualifies or disqualifies people from working with you. You know, you're not for everybody, and that's okay. You're not for everybody, and that is okay, because there's only one you. There's only one you, and that is how you get your message out. Now, there are lots of different channels, but this is the simplest, most effective, and it's free to be able to do a Facebook Live and connect with people. It's a way of being able to, you know, share your message with lots of different people. You can share it into groups. You can share this across different platforms. You can use it, and even as some of you guys might see on our email list, we share the content that I do as Facebook Lives as content that comes through our email. So you can use one thing and actually utilize it in lots of different ways. And it's simply the only thing stopping you right now, if there is a challenge, is just overcoming that fear of putting yourself out there. You know, and there's lots of people on here. I know Sophie and Stephen, Colin and Shilpa and John, and lots of, I love it, stuff. I know people that have actually had a go at doing this, which is fantastic. Sorry, guys, I didn't see your comments. Nicole says, sometimes I feel like if I do them too often, I'll lose my Facebook tribe. No way. Because the thing is, guys, if you're watching this now, it's because something inside you knows that you're ready to do Facebook Lives. If someone has seen that I'm doing a live and gone, oh, Leisha doing her lives again, here we go, blah, 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 which happens, and I'm totally okay with that, they just aren't watching right now. And Nicole, it's the same with you. Even if your clients don't actually watch every single minute of every single live you do, the fact that you are there connecting with them and offering them value, they're not going to disconnect from that. And if they do, it's okay. It doesn't mean that they're not going to work with you. It doesn't mean that they're not going to come in. But one of the things that I've talked about throughout this Facebook Live journey is that people often need 70 touch points in order to make a decision to come and work with you. 70 touch points. And so one way that you can do it is just literally be there and be warming up the current clients that already come and see you, but maybe haven't seen you in a while. And so it's a way of actually just getting people in. And the thing we love about social media is that you can't annoy people, because if you annoy them, you're not a values match. Number one, and number two, they just unfollow or unsubscribe. But it's pretty rare that somebody will actually unfollow you on Facebook. Instagram is a different beast. Instagram, people like to unsubscribe very quickly. This is good. Hello, Simona. Hey, Roz. Hey, Marcel. Great to see you guys on here. And Nicole, was that helpful? I'll see if I can remember which one it was, but I've definitely talked about the frequency in which you can talk to using Facebook Lives. 30-day Facebook Live challenge is really, really amazing because you get in the momentum of doing it and you get in the swing of things. And the reason that I label these, so ours actually say, day 10 of 10, it helps you know how many you've got coming up. And I think that gets people on board. So if you're going to do 30, do one of 30 or do one of 10 or one of 7, whatever you're going to do, because I think that it's I think that that's something that it helps, especially if you're worried you're going to bombard your clients or potential clients with too much stuff. But I reckon that that's actually a really great way of being able to connect. Awesome stuff. Yes, working towards my trainers accreditation so I can push my comfort zone and get used to presenting and public speaking, have to do presentations and teach something. I love that. And John, this is a great platform to be able to trial it. You can always go into something like the graduates group, the Fully Booked graduates group, and do a live in there if you want to kind of practice and just put your feet in the water, that sort of stuff. It can be a really great place to just start the journey, because you can go lives in groups like I'm doing right now. And it's a great, once you're comfortable with the platform, going live in a community Facebook group that we talked about a couple of days ago is just a brilliant way to get yourself out there, because you're actually being able to connect in with like-minded people and answer questions. So we had a situation that I mentioned where somebody said, hey, does anyone know a good massage therapist in the area that helped with sciatica? And I thought to myself, and lots of people recommended all sorts, which was great. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if somebody either did a Facebook Live or wrote a blog post on the 3 things you should ask every therapist when you've got sciatica, or something along those lines, and just used a bit of content marketing to add in there. And within a day of me posting that, Frank Palasco, who's often in this group, he actually, because he's from our area, he actually went in and did a Facebook Live around it, which is fantastic. Now, even if no one with sciatica comes in to see him next week, the idea that he's not just another therapist saying, hey, come and see me, hey, make a booking. He's actually a therapist that says, this is what I do, this is why I do it, this is the value I offer, this is the kind of thing that I can work with. Why don't you make a booking, come in and see me? And anyone who's saying sciatica, it's like they can go back and search that in his group, which is amazing. So kudos to Frank, because that was just totally awesome. Guys, if you've got any questions, would love to see, but what I would love to know is when specifically are you going to do your first Facebook Live? And have you got like a sequence? As we've put in here, you can go to the 50 live topic ideas. We've put that together so that you can see, what else could you be talking about, to give you some ideas. You can check that out in the link. And the whole purpose to these is to basically get people getting themselves out there. So I'd love to know, when are you going to do your first Facebook Live? And when you do, check back in and let us know. Feel free to share it into the support network, because we're here to support, we're here to encourage, we're here to help you guys actually be able to grow your business, and Facebook Live is such an incredible platform. So I look forward to seeing those come through, guys. Make sure you put them through. It's been an amazing ride. I've really enjoyed it. Can't wait. We'll probably put together like a landing page that has all the videos and all the stuff that we've sort of talked about. I know we started off here in Ocean Grove. We've done some down the beach. We've done some up in Gold Coast. And it's just been a really fun way of being able to put all these together and show you guys how to do them, both at the end of the day when, I'm in the office doing all sorts of official stuff today. But yesterday was hanging out being mum, no makeup, it's just kind of me in the car, hanging out with my daughter, right through to, rocking out in Gold Coast up on the beach and all that sort of stuff. So there's lots of different ways and elements, and what I've really tried to highlight for you is the multifaceted approach to how you can get yourself out there and connect with people in your authentic way. Have an absolutely epic night, legends, and I look forward to seeing your awesome, awesome stuff go up. Please tag me, please share your videos, and I would love to see all of you have a crack at it. For everybody who's been looking at this, liking, commenting, sharing, etc., we'd really love to see you guys actually rocking out with your Facebook Live. So let me know when it's done, guys. Take care and have an epic night.